also want to remind you what caused inflation. We know that inflation was caused by supply chains that broke down because of the pandemic. Russia's war on Ukraine, we know that caused oil prices to skyrocket.
Rising gas prices hit a new milestone. This appears troubling to President Joe Biden's 2024 election chances when the Democrat is already suffering from historically low approval ratings. Costs at the pump have been rising for months, with the national average climbing to $3.47 on Monday, March 18th, according to AAA. Much like prices at the grocery store that had been stubbornly high as a result of inflation, costs to fill up a tank of gas are daily reminders for voters about the current state of the economy. The White House downplaying the surge in gas prices, saying it's something the administration is always monitoring.
Because the president's unprecedented actions that he took as it relates to the oil, we saw gas prices go down, which is important at the tank to Americans across the country.
However, Moody's predicted that Biden could defeat former President Donald Trump in November should prices hold around $3.15, up roughly 40 cents per gallon compared to January. But if prices bounce back up closer to $4 an average, some analysts believe that would create an easy victory for Trump. Tom Klaza of Oil Price Information Service suggested that attacks by Ukrainian forces against Russian refineries are driving up the cost of oil. Meanwhile, attacks in the Red Sea by Iranian-backed Houthi rebel forces continues to divert some oil tankers away from the Middle East. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise announced a slate of bills to block the Biden administration's regulation of new oil and natural gas leases, which also seeks to block the White House from placing a moratorium on fracking. None of that legislation is expected to pass through the Senate.